Good morning, everybody. Today, our topic is environmental studies. Already, we have to discuss in the previous sessions environmental studies and air pollution controlling methods. So, in the continuation of this topic for the second semester students and remaining are controlling methods of the air pollution and water pollution in this session. So, also control the air pollution by reducing the smoke from the industries. Generally, we are seeing the industries. What you have to observe, we have to observe the how can we are identify the industries. The first of all, you have to draw the industry diagram means nothing but when you have to take the one of the home as like that the one of the chimney stalks, the long stalks, tall chimneys are there. Okay, by identify that one is the industry when we have to observe the chimneys. So smoke may be reduced or eliminated by the installing quartal electrostatic precipitation. Water electrostatic precipitation used to reduce the smoke, and the electrostatic precipitation contains an electrode with point electrodes. Smoke is a colloidal solution or negatively charged carbon particles. Smoke is a colloidal solution of negatively charged particles of the carbon. So it is maintained at a very high potential of plus 30,000 volts. The smoke is passed through the electrostatic precipitator before passing through the chimney. The smoke particles are attached because of high positive voltage and settle down gradually. The dust free gases go out through the chimneys. Then we have to reduce the control the air pollution. How can we have to control the air pollution? Listen here. This is the high positive DC voltage. This is the chimney. We have to use the electrostatics precipitators here. How can we are using point electrode and particulates containing the inlet, dirty gas inlet and settled particulates, dust, carbon, etc. here and clean gas outlet from the chimney. Before we have to release it to the chimney, that gases smoke will be we have to purified and a high positive voltage by using the high positive DC voltage. We have to separate the particles, carbon and dust particles. Then we have to release that and gas to the chimney. Then from the outlet of the this one, this is the electrostatic precipitator. These are the very important methods to control the air pollution or minimize the air pollution. Our next topic is water pollution. Water pollution. Water is essential for the all forms of the life. It is the medium in which all biochemical reactions occur in living beings. Conservation and maintenance of these vital resources for the life has become the prime necessity. So, whatever their necessity for the human beings or animals or they are living things, it will be very important and among them the water is very very important. Without water we can't able to living either any living things or every living things also they should be want the necessity of the water. So today clean water has becomes a precious commodity and its quality is threatened by various sources of pollution. And water pollution is defined as the alteration in physical, chemical, and biological properties of water, as well as contamination with any foreign substances which would causes the harmful effects or otherwise decrease the utility of water to the living things and adversely affect for the living things, then that water is called as polluted or water pollution. So causes of the water pollution, what are the causes? The four of the reasons are important in the water pollution: domestic savages, industrial influence, hygienic practices, and agricultural practices. Wastes. And so many causes are there. There are also radioactive pollutants, biological pollution, oil transportation, food chains. So among them, the domestic service is very important. Why? Because when we are to planning the town or residential city, then we have to planning the drainage system. When we have to properly system, it will be maintained, then only that will be, we have to control the water pollution. So mainly the drainage system will be causes the water pollution. So, and industries, where the industrial zones, we have to properly maintain, and the water will be contaminated with the chemicals and poisonous uh, gases, poisonous chemicals, and hygienic practices wherever that we are using the ponds, maintain the ponds, rivers, and whatever they, we are doing the practices, hygienic practices, and agricultural wastes, agricultural, the where the we have to spraying pesticides, insecticides, and um, fertilizers, that water will be, we have to released into the rivers, ponds, and whatever the lakes, then automatically we are, that causes the agricultural wastes, causes for the water pollution. And radioactive pollutants means nothing but where the we have to establish the industries, nuclear power plants also, they have to release their wastes into the water, then automatically that water should be polluted. So radioactive pollutants are also causes for the water pollution. And biological pollution and oil transportation, food chains. So among them, the oil transportation is very important in the oceans. By big ships, we have to transport the uh, always the transport the oils from one country to another country. Then automatically, accidentally, that oil should be released into the uh, mixed with the water. Then automatically that water, once upon the, in the Chennai beach, Marina Beach is there. In Marina Beach, they, so many living things, aquatic animals are dead, and why? Because the accidentally that one ship is accidented and release the oil into the water, then water will be polluted, and the total that going to be cleaning up that water almost 1 month, taken the 1 month of the time to clean the beach. That's why it's a very very important oil transportation also. So, and these are the causes, and the everyone is the, among them causes domestic savages. This contains the different pollutants like that salts, soaps, detergents, organic compounds, human effects, etc., etc., etc. The disposable of sewage into rivers and lakes causes the water pollution. 90% of water pollution is due to the domestic sewage in developing and underdeveloped countries. So industrial influences is there. Water gets the polluted by the industrial influences, which contains many harmful compounds like acids, bases, dyes, detergents, salts like chlorides, nitrates, phosphates, sulfates, cyanides, etc. Sometimes the industrial influences may contain toxic metals. So, what we have to here, industrial influences, we have to release into the water, then automatically that water should be polluted. That's why they are causes to the water pollution. Hygienic practices in village people say, and washermen wash the clothes and animals are allowed to wash and drinking water lakes, open ponds and rivers hence the water gets polluted. So hygienic practices also in the villages we are seeing the people will be everything doing in the lakes, rivers, and whatever their waste materials are, they are released into the water. Then automatically water will be polluted. So this session is completed, and thank you everybody. Thank you one and all. And in next session, we have to continuation of this the causes of the water pollution and the effects of the water pollution. We will be discussing. So, and in this session, everybody should remember that the water pollution. Define the water pollution is nothing but when the changes of properties, biological properties, physical properties, chemical properties, due to the mixing with the foreign substances or unwanted materials then and the spoil the quality of water is called as the water pollution. And you should remember the causes are very important: domestic savages, industrial influences, and hygienic practices, agricultural wastes, and oil transportation is very important. So domestic savages is nothing but a drainage system, using a drainage system. This contains different pollutants like that. In the pollutants like salts, soaps, detergents, organic compounds, human effects, etc. By the human activities, we have to release the everything whatever here we are said that they are released into the drainage, then automatically it will be polluted the water. We have to release that going to be directly we have to adding the water the drainage water in the ponds, rivers, lakes, etc. etc. That's why water should be going to be polluted. The disposable of sewages into the rivers and lakes causes the water pollution. 90% of water pollution is due to the domestic sewage in developing and underdeveloped countries. Look here, 90% of water pollution is due to the domestic sewages in developing and underdeveloped countries. Why we are not? That is the source where we have to polluted the water. Only by human activities only that polluted the water. Why we are not controlling? Why we are not maintain the properly drainage systems and so failure to maintain the drainage systems our rulers. That's why we are affected by the water pollution. And water is a very essential. Why? Because only 1% now from the 100% only 1% water we are utilizing for the domestical purpose and drinking purpose. Without that water we can't able to live in on the earth. That's why it's a very important, and everybody should be in your mind. And how can you properly in the future, how can we are um, planning the city, how can we are planning the drainage system, how can we are planning the that savages where we have to release the savages, where, how can we are filter the savages to release the water into the lakes, ponds, lakes. That is very important. That is the so. In next session, also in the continuation of, we have to discuss about the cause of the water pollution. Okay, thank you.